So I made a second one. Maybe you can see, maybe you cannot. I stretched the membrane a little bit longer. So the idea is, and I could not confirm it yet because maybe I did not stretch it enough, is if you stretch it a little bit more, normally you would say resonance goes up, but in this case the corrugation depth, so the wrinkles, become less deep. So the membrane should be, I think, a little bit less stiff sideways. But yeah, over 60 centimeters, it's only 1 centimeter more than the other panel, so I think it's too close to say if something actually changed. Another thing is that I hear a pigeon in my kitchen again. The usual suspect. Oh. Comes along and eat the cat's food, but I do not think this pigeon that is coming here for years understand that I have a new cat that will completely destroy her, I'm afraid. This pussycat is not dicking around at all. Now there's another weird thing with the new zoom. I like it, but not sure if you can see it, but the scale on here is completely ridiculous. So it almost looks like there is no output at all. And if I make it go to -12 or -6 on music, it's fucking loud. So I don't know what's going on there. I do not have compression on, as far as I know. Yeah, I made two. It's funny, the second one took me about 15 minutes, not even, because I already had the coil. And the rest was quite simple. Are they useful as they are? No. Also, I looked at if I see something of Excursion. And where I cross it at 320 or something, there's almost nothing because the thing is pretty long. So I was wondering, either I have to lower the resonance and crossover point if possible, or it would be nice to have a foamy bit that is 3.5 millimeter, but I'm sure I cannot find that. Because now I will never hit X-Max. Not that I need to, but it's also a waste of magnetic field if I never use that X-Max. Anyhow, they will never be with this kind of monitors setup, but I thought more like a Carver style. So the woofer on the ground, long panel for mid and highs, who knows? Or not use a woofer at all because I dislike them. Okay, I'll play one tune, and so I hopefully do not play too loud because it's quite a... Yeah, this recorder's rec levels are completely weird. Really, really weird. Because of their size, they both have too much output at 2.4K, and that's probably, well, due to the baffle, I guess, mostly. Who knows? I might need to add a baffle to see what actually happens. But I'll play a tune, just for fun and giggles. So multiple people asked if you could, what happens if you stretch it further or use less deep corrugation. I think, in theory, it should be less stiff, so resonance will drop. But you might run into distortion troubles, who knows. So I think it's a better way to just make it a little bit wider. But what what is happening then, I'm not sure too. I might need to ask oil boil from DIY Audio or Solhaga, how wide their foils are in between the foamy bits. So not including the foamy bits. So I might have made a too narrow foil because I do not reach like 200. It will drop off far before that. Yeah, I'll play some Wende because why not? J'arrive. Pretty long song. And I don't want to play it on my phone. I want to play it on the Node.
De chrysanthème en chrysanthème, nos amitiés sont en partance. De chrysanthème en chrysanthème, la mort potence nos dulcinées. Chrysanthème en chrysanthème, les autres fleurs font ce qu'elles peuvent. De chrysanthème en chrysanthème, les hommes pleurent, les femmes pleurent. Jusqu'au soleil, jusqu'à l'été, jusqu'à demain, jusqu'au printemps. J'arrive, j'arrive. Et qu'est-ce que j'aurais bien aimé encore une fois, voir si le fleuve est encore fleuve, voir si le port est encore port, m'y voir encore. J'arrive, j'arrive. Mais pourquoi moi? Pourquoi maintenant? Pourquoi déjà? Et dis-moi, où aller? J'arrive, bien sûr, j'arrive. Mais j'ai jamais fait rien d'autre qu'arriver. De chrysanthème en chrysanthème,
Yeah, panels are down 12 dB or something compared to the woofers. 12.5. Does that say anything about the SPL or efficiency? Not really, because I don't think the woofers reach their 82 dB at all. So I don't know. Because if they did, it would be 94 dB efficient, which is definitely not the case. It will be more like 88. So we lost some 5-6 dB somewhere in the woofer department. It might be because of the closed housing, and it's made for bass reflex. I added 4 dB below 55 Hertz, but it's not enough. Anyhow, it doesn't say anything about the SPL. Yeah, it's a fun thing to play with. There are many things I could try. Someone asked about dispersion. I did not do any dispersion measurements, but if you look at the foil, it looks to be, I don't know why I did not add it light. It looks to be insanely wide. This is reflecting, so not helping either. Whoop whoop whoop. That looks like shit. But this part here is not playing, this part there is not playing, so it's only where you see these smaller traces that is playing. In this case, I used a few traces in between the magnets and one trace that loops around the outer magnets. I could remove that if I wanted, but I think it's kind of silly to not use the magnetic field over there, but you could. So now it's about 3 centimeters wide. Although it looks like 6 or almost more than that. Yeah, it looks like 6 centimeters wide, but that's not playing actually. At least not the top end. It's stuck on the foamy bit, so it's not doing anything. And I hear a pigeon again. It's pigeon time. Pigeon time. Whoop. Okay, I'm gonna scare away the pigeon before she gets killed.